Alright, so this is another one of those ones where it's asking you to look at the sensitivity, I mean basically looking for the optimal production um, schedule. So as it asks you to create a spreadsheet which finds a production plan which maximizes the profit within your production and marketing constraints, the template below is provided to assist you with your design. Okay, I'm not going to follow that design because I don't like it. It's not really for me, so I'm going to show you the way that I would do it. It's not as necessary as this. This is what you would. I mean, that they've given that to you as part of it. I mean, that's, see, they've asked you. Yeah, see, reconstruct the following spreadsheet exactly, replacing the calculate with cells with the appropriate, use the exact random numbers indicated. Okay, so that's why I followed that one in this case. Okay, because that's how you would be expected to do it in the exam. If that's not the case, please let me know, and we can do you one. But I think that it says use the exact random numbers indicated, which is these ones here, rand. Yeah, so that's why I followed that. This one we don't need to follow because it says here the template below is provided to assist you with your design. So I'm going to create my own design. Okay. So it says Wilburton Bakery produces 3 types of bread, white, wholemeal, granary. So okay, all this bread production. Yeah. Your white, wholemeal, granary. It's granary, sorry. Oh yeah, and actually, just quickly before we continue with that, I do have this answer for you here. So here it's just how would you make the answer more accurate in I-14. So if we go back to I-14 here, so what they meant was, I guess this one. Basically, it's, the more samples you use, the more accurate it becomes here. So you would just increase the periods or the testings that you would carry out. Okay, so you would just say you would increase the number of hours tested or increasing the sample size. Okay. And so what this word meant was if the emergency unit wanted to test different rates for treating patients, how would you adapt your model? So you would just add in the emergency unit here. So that means you would create a new column, add the emergency unit heading to it, and then see how long they're tested, and then just do the analysis based on the emergency unit test. That's what it was asking. Okay, so it's just looking at it at another part of the hospital rather than just a normal hospital visit. Okay, as you can see, our answers are exactly the same. Okay. Let's go back to this one. So we set it up like this. And then we want our contribution here. And that's 15p. So white, 20p on wholemeal, 25 on granary. Okay. So there's a marketing limitation that only 500 loaves of granary bread can be sold in this period. The bakery is also limited to the number of wrappers it has in its stock, to a total of 4,000. Each loaf requires, so we've got wrappers here. Wrappers used, yeast used. This is production per unit. Okay, so this is what you would do in your exam. You get wrappers used. So what they're trying to do here is they're trying to show you that each of these has a limiting factor. And then you've got yeast. So amount available. And then we're just going to create another units to produce. White. Wholemeal. Granary. So then you've got it's got a total of 4,000 wrappers. Each loaf requires one wrapper. Nice and easy, okay. So we know that the maximum that can be produced is 4,000 loaves. Fact. Yeast is a key ingredient in the manufacture of bread. There are only 80 kilos of yeast, so we'll put 80 there. We can just put kgs there. And as it says here, the key thing, you got to understand the difference between grams and kilograms. Don't write then 10, all right, because actually 10 grams is 0.1 kilogram. Okay, so each white loaf bread uses 0.1 of yeast. Yeah. Each wholemeal requires 0.12 grams. And each loaf of granary 0.2. Okay. And then this is going to be our profit produced. Okay. So now what you need to look at is you need to link however many units. So this is going to be your units to produce, yeah. So what you're going to do is you are going to put these, you need to put this, yeah. White here times by the number of units that get produced here, yeah. Plus this times the number of units that get produced here. Plus this times the number of units that get produced here. Voila. Okay, and then you do the same here. And what this will do is this is setting us up for our calculation. Okay. So you're just doing this because you're all linking it here to these one cells. Okay. So because now when Excel changes it, you'll start seeing this, yeah? Change that to 1500. Alright, that's what will start happening. If I was to change that to 1500, that would happen. But you can't do that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put in our constraints. Okay, so you've set it up now, you've set it up nicely for the constraints to work. We're going to use, go to data, choose a solver, simplex LP, yeah. And our objective is to maximize profit, yeah, yeah, by changing these variables here. Okay. Now we need to add in our constraints. Yeah. Remember, so this cell, yeah, has to be less than or equal to that cell. Yeah. Add, because remember we can't use more wrappers than we have. This cell has to be less than and equal to that cell. Okay. And this cannot produce more than 1500 of. Okay, and that should be all our constraints, I believe. Sorry, so 10 grams is actually, now that I think about it, be careful. So this is where you be careful, because actually 0.1, because there's 1,000 grams. There's 1,000 grams in a kilogram, which is why hence the term kilogram. 1,000 kilo means 1,000. So actually, if I put 0.1, that means 100 grams. Okay, so it's actually 0.01. Okay, and it's actually 0.012 and 0.02. Okay, so be careful with that, okay? Because now if you put 1,000, and the reason I knew that was because, hold on a minute, if I produce 1,500 granary, then don't use up all, I use up all the yeast, but that doesn't make sense. So that's where I spotted that. Okay. So just be careful. They'll do that. They do that a lot. They do that with time and they do that with kilos. If you've got any questions around that, just let me know. Okay, now we can run our solver. We'll still have all that saved. Shall we run that? Let's solve it. Oh. Units to produce these. So what the thing is that needs to happen is this needs to be a formula. So I need to turn these into a formula, which I will do in the next. This is getting too large, this video now, so I'll have to stop it, and I'll put it in a part 2 for you, okay?